All right, number 17 asks us to find the inverse of this function. F of x equals 3 divided by x minus 2. So the first thing we want to do with this one is let's go ahead and graph this. So this is our rational function 1 over x shifted to the right 2. So it's going to have an asymptote here at x equals 2. And it's going to be stretched by a factor of 3. So this is going to look like this. All right, so a couple things that we learned from this. One is if we do the horizontal line test, it's going to pass the horizontal line test. So this is an invertible function. This is 1-to-1, so it is going to have an inverse that is a function. And then the second thing we learned from this is that the range of this function, the range is all real numbers except 0. Y is not going to equal 0. So this is from negative infinity to 0, and then from 0 to positive infinity. So that's our range. And the reason we want to know that is because the range of this function, of the original function, has to be the same as the domain of the inverse. All right, so now let's go to finding the inverse of this. So first let's replace this f of x with y, and then switch the x and the y. So you get x equals 3 over y minus 2. Now let's get rid of this fraction by multiplying both sides by y minus 2. And so these are going to divide to 1, so we get y minus 2 times x is equal to 3. And we're trying to get y by itself, so let's divide by x. So we get y minus 2 is equal to 3 over x. And then finally, let's add 2 to both sides, so we get y is equal to 3 over x plus 2. And remember, we have to put the restriction on the domain, which is going to be here anyway. But x can equal 0. And so, one more thing we need to do. This y, notice, is not the same as this y up here. So we need to distinguish that. So we're going to write this as f inverse of x is equal to all of that. And x does not equal 0. And that's going to be our answer. So f inverse of x is equal to 3x, or 3 over x plus 2, with x not equal to 0.